My fish fam. All right, let's play some Modern. Now, okay, I honestly haven't been playing that much Modern, so I'm going to be playing something like stock-ish. I know that I've been saying Silvergill Adept. Let's not play it anymore. Like, I don't want to have it in the main deck anymore. Well, now I'm going to have it in the main deck. Now, partially, I'm splitting it. 2 and 2. It's very clear that Silvergill Adept not in the main deck, very competitive, very playable. But we've seen now a lot of decks, we've seen several finishes up to this point where they had Silvergill Adept in the sideboard as like a card to be bringing into a lot of matchups, which, you know, against Scam, I think is fine, versus Control, I think is fine, versus Murktide, I think is totally fine. But I've been playing a lot of Legacy lately, and frankly, Force Negation is a pretty important card right now in Modern for the creativity matchup, and also for the Cascade matchup. And I have to tell you, I really like Silvergill Adapt in Legacy to help mitigate the damage done by Force of Will. And I realize, holy crap, I am just like losing too many cards in these Force Negation matchups that I probably, even if my opponent has Ren and 6, I should be bringing in Silvergill for those matchups. If they ping it, whatever. I can even just not even play it on turn 2. I can play Lord into Silvergill Adept to play around Ren and 6 if I have to. But I do think to mitigate the damage of being 2 for 1 all the time, I should have Silvergill Adept in the 75. And it's a lot easier to side out Silvergill Adapt when I don't need it than to bring it in when I do need it if I don't even have it in the 75 whatsoever. Now, Mistcaller has been all the rage, and apparently for the last 3 weeks in the Merfolk community, because it can like deal with Scam, it can deal with Yawgmoth, it can. Oh, there's one other archetype, like pretty important archetype. What else is going on in Modern right now? Creativity, of course. If it somehow survives that long, you have this option to bring the Cynic versus Creativity and then pop it in response to Creativity, I guess. I have no idea how effective that is because, I mean, they'll use some removal on it. Oh, you can interact also with Fable the Mirror Breaker. So when Fable tries to, like, exile itself and bring the Kiki creature back, you can crack this and the Fable doesn't come back. Yeah, I was missing Creativity. Again, we're still on 4 Dismember in the main. I'm still going to have Subtlety, but in the sideboard, and I still want to be heavy on Harbinger, both for Hammer Time and also to have as many top deck cards as possible versus Scam. I sort of missed Silvergill Adapt versus Scam. Whenever I'm up against Scam, they scam me. I'm like, I really wish I could draw some cards. I can't because Silvergill is not even in my deck. And I would like to play around more with Flusterstorm and Mana Leak, but frankly, all the winning lists still play with Chalice, and so probably that's what we should go with. I have all sorts of ideas of testing out Phantasmal Image, this and that, but I'm just going to, like, I don't have time to test all that because I've been playing so much Legacy, so I'm just going to stick with something that's relatively stock. And with that, let's go play League. Let's go do it.
Rhinos.
Whoops. Whoa. We don't want to play Legacy again.
Rhinos is still up there.
Rhinos is still up there. Yeah, Rhinos is a good deck. Always has been. Don't know why anyone would sleep on that thing. Welcome, Potion. King Ginger, be aware of the Ancient Impersonar deck. I don't know that. Like, deck sounds like it's garbage.
Did we see Potion in Vegas?
I don't know. Potion, did we see you in Vegas? Diaz says, I'm liking the stream, but I gotta go to work. Hope you guys get some good games. I hope so as well. Yeah, Dan W's like, what are the paper and Magic the Gathering Online differences for Legacy? I almost never change anything. Like, as far as I know, there's nothing that we can take advantage of for paper Legacy anyway. Potion says, nah, I wasn't there. Wanted to go. School's been hell. It's 5-0'd many leagues. Well, I guess I have to look out for it. It just sounds like some combo deck. Whatever.
A dinosaur.
Eric says, interesting that Mistcaller won't work against battles because they're cast, not return transformed. Yep. Doesn't work versus Uro either, which sucks. It just sucks. That Legacy League sucked. 3 initiative decks? Like, that's not, like, I don't know if that's interesting to watch.
This is what we think about dinosaurs around
Don't,
here.
whoa. That's a big no-no on Wizards. The Wizards doesn't like that. Yeah, if you rip up cards in a tournament, you can get banned. Yeah, you can't do that. No. My brother's about to rip up cards on stream.
This dinosaur, belligerent Brontodon.
We're gonna mulligan this. We lost the die roll, but I do not have even 2 lands in my hand. I still don't have 2 lands in my hand. All right, we have 2 lands. Guess we're gonna dump.
Big fan, by the way.
Oh, thanks. I'm going to dump, I guess, the Lords and hope that Sveilun... Like, I'm on the back foot, apparently, in this game, so I'm going to hope that Trickster is just going to delay the game so I can get Sveilun in play and maybe take over. It looks like it might be Scam, which our mulligan to 5 is delicious to them. Ragavani. Versus this, I will most certainly Tide Shaper on turn 1 just to represent a blocker. If they kill it, they kill it. But I can't let a Ragavan just willy-nilly attack for nothing. That's the worst card I could possibly imagine at this point.
This is basically a sport.
What?
He's saying that I should be a radio announcer for sport.
Oh, yeah. Actually, this is going to be... Actually, you know what? Maybe this Force Negation is better than I think because I could use it to protect the Tide Shaper. William, good day to you. What's your favorite color in Magic? Blue. Easy. Maybe to anyone who's not familiar with my super old content, I am dominantly a mono blue Merfolk player. And that is basically all I do for my entire life. Just play this deck. Ugh. It hurts! No, I have to protect this Sveilun. I have, like, no way of coming back in this game.
He secretly was playing Clark Cran Ironworks back when it was hot, too. But he never streamed it.
No, that never happened.
He loved the technical intricacies.
My brother's playing, like, 2 lie, and a lie. Oh, well, there goes the Unholy Heat. Well, I was going to lose the Force Negation anyway. But it also risked the possibility of them taking my Sveilun. They found an Otawara, which I needed. Ether Vial, I don't need. Play it anyway. When am I getting a Merfolk tattoo? Never. Not really a tattoo person. I like the ability to erase things.
So get some, like, whiteboard surgical and land it on you.
Sweet Muta and Vile, dude. Yeah, I play the good stuff. Well, we are... Oh, so this is... I thought this was Scam. This is actually just Jund Ragavan, which is a terrible matchup. This is very, very, very bad. It's basically like Super Jund, but they can loop Urza's Saga with Ren and 6, which makes it unbearably hard.
You could get a henna tattoo. Those fade over a few weeks.
And we mulligan to 5. That's great. I will attempt to block the Ragavan. Not that it means anything. I do like Reed's takes that healthy formats always have creature-based interactive decks as the majority in the meta, with a few combo decks to make sure that the creature decks get punished if they are too greedy. Yeah, that happens.
Let's see. Or, yeah. Oh, I don't have enough fingers to put Ornithopter across my finger.
Do I just let this thing hit me? Then the construct gets even bigger. Honestly, I'm in just a really, really, really bad spot. Like, anything I do is wrong. There's, like, no good options here.
They're always round 2.
This is the first game of the first match. Oh, they stole my Dismember. That's why you have 4 Dismembers. Look at what this Ragavan's doing. Now, admittedly, they're not taking anything from me, but they have such an insurmountable mana advantage.
Yeah, this monkey's gonna get banned.
Not anytime soon, apparently. Now with those secret layers, the secret layer arts going around.
Thop.
keep those. They gotta keep those things alive. Just do thop across the knuckles.
Yeah, I can get an ornithopter tattoo.
Like with the moment they played Urza Saga, I couldn't really beat that. No, it is a bad matchup, but like the game was like super done when I mulliganed to 5. Okay, you went. Is there any way I can? No. Let's move on. Let's move on. We have better things to do. Alright, cards. I do want Silvergill despite Ren and 6. I do want Spreading Seas. I want... how good is Chalice in this matchup? I have a lot of ways of bouncing stuff.
Sweet Nika.
I'm not a fan of Chalice of the Void in Thoughtseize matchups because they Thoughtseize you and they're like, oh, Chalice. Well, that's a problem. They take it. But the biggest danger is they're like, oh, a Chalice. Okay, that does nothing. I don't care. Okay, we're definitely bringing in Harbinger. Cards I'm not taking out. Cards I'm taking out, I think, are... I might actually want to keep Force of Negation. It can counter... It's not intuitive, but it can counter... What's it called? Ren and 6, which might be very important with Urza Saga, but most importantly, it can protect a Svelune just for 1 turn. Okay, Mistcaller I don't want. I don't think I want Ether Vial. I have to take out 3 more cards. Trickster is underwhelming, but a playable card. Tideshaper is dubious, but it can hit Urza Saga. Hexcatcher is a hard sell. I don't know what to do here. Normally I would take out Force Negation, but like this game will like Svelune will be everything.
I missed the metagame from 5 years ago.
Oh yeah. Actually, I think is Hex. Hold on. What are the creatures in this thing? It's man. I've been out of Modern for so long. Yeah. What is the Jund Ragavan deck even play for creatures? Green generic Ragavan. Where's Jund Ragavan? Jund Ragavan. So many Ragavan decks.
You played a bit of Modern in Poland. That was only 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I played 3 matches. Not very representative. Okay, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm gonna have to make a sudden judgment. I actually do want some vials, so I have to take out 5 cards. Maybe I'm gonna take the forces out. And maybe I'm gonna take out 1 Harbinger. I sense I should bring in this Chalice, because I do have a lot of stuff that interacts with the battlefield. Okay, let's try it out. The worst that could happen is I get Kolaghan's commanded. But this is a pretty bad matchup, so maybe I do want to, like, for example, take like a risky line. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, let's mulligan again. Okay, I can keep. Pitch Hexcatcher.
Go to 5, come on.
Chalice against black with C's always sucks. They either take it or they don't want it. I know. If it is good enough, it's just like an additional Svelune. Like, for example, there is an upside to it sometimes where it's just like, it's like a Svelune, for example. Like, it's another thing that they have to take with Thoughtseize, and then you can overwhelm them. I think I'm going to... Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably on my turn. I'm probably going to try to play Hexcatcher and block the Ragavan, and if it doesn't work, then I just Harbinger it. Alternatively, I guess I could Trickster it a few times. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Yeah, maybe that's just the cleanest thing to do. Trickster, bounce, have a board presence. Dragon Rage Chandler. Okay.
When are these decks gonna go away?
So now I feel a little bit differently about these tricksters. I feel like I should save them for Dragon Rage Chandler. So they have removal for sure. Trickster tap. Kill my creature. Bounce Ragavan. Attack me with Dragon Rage Chandler. Okay. I'm not sure. There is an alternate line where I could go play Hexcatcher and let them kill my Hexcatcher. They'll get like a token. So I know they had the removal here. Because I sort of want to save my Tricksters for the Dragon Rage Chandlers later. Urza Saga is so defining for Modern, and Force of Will is for Legacy. I don't know if Urza Saga is like the defining card for Modern. It's a good card. But there are... What is like the defining card for Modern? Maybe it is the maybe no, the card is Ragavan. This is like the defining card. Like all decks are built around it. This is it. The stupid monkey. Fetch lands are the defining thing for Modern? Well, not really. There's a lot of formats with fetch lands. But there's no Ragavan in Legacy. There's no Ragavan in Legacy. I tell you that right now. Okay, they're gonna use the removal. Removal still being used. Okay, they're gonna dash the Ragavan, which I'm actually fine with. Dashing is not the same as like leaving it on the battlefield. Like paying this 2 mana is pretty annoying. There's very few cards they can hit off of me. Spreading Seas that they can play. It's nice, but I need another land for this. You know what I can do? Yeah, I can Harbinger this back to hand. Won't have Summoning Sickness. So if they want Ragavan to get through, they have to dash and kill Harbinger.
Here it comes.
That's fine. So, I mean, if they don't have a 4th land, then they have to dump a treasure token. This is fine. I guess now if they want to pull something off the top of my deck, they have to sack 2 treasures. Which I wouldn't be thrilled about. But I would accept it. All things considered, I'm pretty happy with how the game is going. I don't want my life total to get too low. So they found a Lord, which might help me more than it helps them. Because it pumps up my creatures. Wow, they're gonna play it. Alright. Usually playing my creatures is a great thing. That is not one of them. I really wanted a land there. Okay, pass. Make my decision next turn. I have to make use of these dismembers. I'm effectively at 8 life. Was this Tarmogoyf? Oh, Ragavan. Okay. Okay, so you have DRC in hand. If I go to 9, I can still use both my dismembers. So I'm hoping this can block a Ragavan, but it might not. Look at all the infinite removal. Okay. So I take 4, go to 9. I'm gonna play, I guess they're gonna play Dragon Rage Chandler. Silvergill Adept, they cannot play that. Okay, Dragon Rage Chandler. I really need a land, so I can, like, get one other card in play. Alright. That's great. But now... Okay, just gonna pass and then figure it out after that. Maybe the correct thing to do was actually to dismember the Dragon Rage Chandler. So if I dismember Dragon Rage Chandler, tap down Lord of Atlantis. Is there some way I can make a huge blowout? Because I can get the Trickster be bigger than Ragavan. Or maybe I just throw away one dismember. Right, dismember Ragavan. Trickster the Dragon Rage Chandler. I'm just taking too much damage. Who knows how many Ragavans are left in their hand. What is the... It's definitely resolving. Well, Dragon Rage Chandler has to attack. No choice. Okay, now the question is, do I want to use my Trickster in any capacity here? I can Trickster, tap down Lord. And if they want to attack... Yeah, maybe that is just the way to do it. Let's dismember the Dragon Rage Chandler. And I'm going to Trickster, tap down Lord, and if they want to attack with their Ragavan, then go for it. Or maybe I could Trickster, tap down Ragavan? No, I'll let the Lord stay on the board to, like, serve me. Sort of. Right, did you finally run out of gas? Please. Okay, apparently you have another Ragavan in hand or something. Ren and 6. I am not happy to see that. Only because I have a Dismember in hand. Is there anything useful? Not really. There's no Urza Saga yet. Alright, let's see if we can turn this game around. Maybe if I can draw Otawara, I can bounce the Lord of Atlantis back to hand. Nihil Spellbomb. Sure, you can wipe out my graveyard if you want. You draw a random card. Well, I'm not thrilled about this attack, but whatever. I can't... I mean, if they have Bolt, for example, I have to block. Or Or maybe they're just trying to get rid of the Lord of Atlantis so that my Sveloon isn't so big. Oh, my opponent thought it was all Merfolk at Island Walk, but now they just realized it's all others. Okay, I'm going to attack my opponent. Because I'm hoping that it's just important to get a clock going. I want to draw some Merfolk. That's not the Merfolk I want to draw. But okay. This is all very awkward. I'm going to call this the Sveloon Curse, where I have an active Sveloon. It's time to turn the corner in the game, and I can't do it, because my Sveloon is betraying me. It just draws me useless cards. No, I can't do anything about this Ragavan. Can't dismember, because Ren and 6 will kill me. I guess I should attack with Sveloon and then play my Sveloon. What did you draw off the top of my deck? A Tide Shaper! That is a playable card. And now I desperately need to draw a card. Come on, does my opponent have Urborg in their deck? Let me play my Dismember. Ren and 6 doing some work, thinning the deck. Gotta thin that deck. Okay, draw me very relevant cards. That is sort of relevant, so I can attack. Or I can even bounce this Tide Shaper right now. Get my land back and have a blocker for a Ragavan next turn. Or I can attack, if they block, whatever. Bounce Ragavan instead. No, let's just draw some cards here. This is effective. Oh, it only costs 3. I forgot about the legendary. Okay, so we have Tide Shaper in hand. We're gonna attack for 3. I don't have anything great to draw, to be honest. 6. Okay, so I have a turn. Just draw a land, of course. That is how the Sveloon Curse works. I guess I'm going to hit a Blood Crypt. So, or if our opponent draws a removal, they win.
Wow,
a lot of good top decks.
You've been slugging this out.
As hard as you try with this deck, you would/could destroy with something else. Not necessarily. You know what? My win rate with this deck is very, very high compared to like a lot of pros that, you know, dance around all sorts of different archetypes. So I'm pretty, you know, there's tons of pros that will pick up like the latest tier 1 deck and then just scrub out day 1 because they don't really know the deck very well. There's a lot of advantages to stay, and like nothing, this deck is very similar in its iterations over so many years. So as new cards get adopted or get removed, or cards get banned or unbanned, I have a lot of experience with this deck anyway. Oh no! Yeah, opponent has a removal. Tide Shaper. Or maybe they're just going face. They're just like, all right, we're going. Oh, I see. They're gonna try to win with Ren and 6. Okay, now. So I can attack. If they don't block, I win with Hexcatcher. Deal. Maybe I can even draw a bounce spell. If we find Trickster, we win. I'm assuming there's no removal in hand.
Come on. Boom!
Not Trickster. If they do decide to block, I will flash in Hexcatcher. Deal maximum damage. I'm pretty safe here. Like, I'm really, really safe. I'm just dead to Bolt?
Come on, come on, come on.
Maybe I'm just dead to Bolt, I think.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, they deal 1 down. Oh, maybe another Ren in 6 would kill me. Totally forgot about that.
That's stupid.
Yeah, second Ren in 6 would kill me. Okay, we got it. Wow. That was a tight, tough game. Hope everyone enjoyed that one.
I was having diarrhea, so
Yeah.
I ate some bad chili 2 days ago.
What to do on the draw? What to do on the draw? Yeah, one ain't dead. Harbinger is probably even more important on the draw. Maybe Tide Shaper has something to do on turn 1. I'll take out some Hex Catchers because this is a pretty weak card overall. It's a pretty weak card in this matchup too. Like, it's nice to have a flash creature, but having something to be able to block stuff is important. I mean, I guess flashing it in to try to attempt to block a Ragavan is fine. Some way I want to bring in Subtlety, but like, I don't really want a 2. I don't want a 2-for-1 myself in this match. I really don't want a 2-for-1 myself. I think Ren 6 needed to go up there, go to 7, and then ultimate. Yeah. I don't think they had Bolt though. The one-landers! I chose to play first. No. I'm gonna mulligan. I just lost too many one-landers over I don't know how long. I'm gonna keep this for sure, and I can dump.
Dump.
Do they have blood? No, they don't have Blood Moon because they play Urza Saga, so I can pretty freely lose this island. I want to keep this thing so that when I play Chalice on 1, that I can cast future Tide Shapers off of my Cavern of Souls. Do they play Ragavan turn 1? I'll play Tide Shaper turn 1. If you can, tell me the strength of the deck. Is it Island Walk so they can't block, or you can, or is it blue aggro? The strength of the deck is that the creatures very often act like spells. Like, this is removal for Urza Saga. It's almost like a Stone Rain, and so it's like spells that are allowed to attack. You have to look at it like that way. So I look at this deck like a control deck, where my removal spells are creatures. That's essentially how I look at this deck. Well, this was premature, big time. What does that mean? I'm gonna hold on to my Tide Shaper. If they're setting up a Ren and 6 and then play Urza Saga, then I'm gonna want my Tide Shaper available. And it's just fun. The deck is just fun. Yeah, again, I want to reiterate, I don't really like bringing in Chalice versus these types of decks, but this matchup is so damn bad and so hard that I'm bringing Chalice in.
Goodbye.
Well, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully all the bolts and stuff are turned off.
Backbreaking.
That does turn off a huge chunk of their deck. Assuming they don't have Kolaghan's Command, which they do. It's in the deck. Oh god, please don't. Oh no! What, now they have Kolaghan's Command? I feel like spreading seizing this Blood Crypt just to confirm our fears.
Yep.
Okay, hold on, you have Artifact Land, you put an instant. I'm also considering Sveilun, because not a lot kills Sveilun here. Just Terminate? No, we probably should be more careful. Okay, we'll yeah, we'll hit this. Oh, they just let it resolve immediately. And we have an extra Sveilun, so that's nice. I don't want to play too many of these spreading seizes because I do have to answer an Urza Saga at some point. Wow, this is wild. Well, you have nothing?
Yep.
Okay, hold on, so...
Start throwing the boys out.
I will throw out... Okay, I'll start throwing out these... whoops. Undo. Why did it let me do that? Oh, it didn't even let me... I see. Whatever. I accidentally tapped out. See if I can exhaust Terminates here. Or exhaust anything. Or maybe this is where we see the Kolaghan's command. Ah, damn it. Please terminate. Terminate! Okay, good. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Oh boy, that's a good sign. Much better against aggro as well. Trades very effectively usually.
Now we just need lands.
Yeah, we just need lands. Preferably one more. Yeah, play two lords. Yeah, two lords plays around Fury. Because they can only Fury one of them.
Two lords at the same time.
And then if these all survive to next turn, I will highly consider playing Svelun and Tideshaper just naked. Okay, there's the Urza Saga, so we're not playing Tideshaper naked anymore.
His deck's still locked out.
Well, not really. Trickster was a great draw, so that if the Tideshaper doesn't really resolve, we can at least eat up at least one Construct token. And I do have to make it uncounterable. It's my Chalice of the Void. That's why I kept that Cavern really early in the in my opening hand.
It's amazing the amount of people who've asked you over the years, how does that work? How did you do that?
Yeah.
Cavern of Souls. Bye-bye. I think you've won this one already.
I do think so. It would be nice to win because this is a brutally awful matchup. I don't like this matchup at all. I'd be very disgusted if this was my first round opponent in a gigantic open tournament. Oh, like, why don't you play this on 2? Okay, so they want to crack and blow up the Chalice. And then remove everything? Okay. That makes some sense. Or do you have two explosives? So you can kill probably 2 things, but I'll have 2 things left. And I can get Svelun online. And hopefully that's enough. And we have 2 Sveluns. It's nice to have Svelun as the last card because they've been spending all their removal on... they would have been spending all the removal on this stuff. And then when they get exhausted of removal spells, they don't have it for the most impactful stuff in the game. Okay. Oh, this is... Oh, no, there is no island here. Just this island. No extra island, I should say. I'll play Trickster. Get Svelun, make her...
Another Chally. Come on, let's see another one.
I'm not going to complain. Not going to complain at all. So now they could kill creature, pay tax, kill Svelun, but it's a lot of resources, and we have backup Sveluns for days, apparently.
What's the forest for?
The forest?
Yeah.
They're a Jund deck. What do you want? Okay, so they're... okay. Opponent's just punting hard now. Actually, they can Unholy Heat and then kill something else later. If they think it's guaranteed. Haywire Might. That will do nothing here.
Alright, come on.
So it dies, you gain life. So I could send... I don't really want to send in everything because I want to keep my Svelun indestructible. Yeah, let's just dry some cards here.
Send in the clown.
Yeah, my one big giant clown. That's a great card. Okay, so they'll gain some life. Or maybe they'll actually exile the Spreading Seas. Yeah, that's fair. But they're horribly behind on cards. Disgustingly behind on cards.
Big.
That's a good card.
You're at full 20. It's free.
Yeah, basically. Not costing me a whole lot. Well, I've never felt to be in such a comfortable position versus deck
That's
like
garbage.
this. I guess they could still go Fury or something, and that would be horrible. Red and 6. This is a bit late, because they can bring Saga back, but it's just not worth it. Because I think they're just dead. Well, I have 8 damage here.
That's GG.
Yeah, GG. Well, they could have killed Silvergill Adept by going -1 and then survive one more turn, but it is GG. Everything attack. The Gumbasao. I drew Harbinger and everything. All right, great.
0.
It was a long grind fest, but we got there. That's the disappointing thing about playing Modern. These games take forever.
It only took a year. It wasn't that long.
One thing I love about Legacy right now is that going through a league takes about an hour and a half, sometimes less. But Modern, 2 hours at least. Probably 2.5, sometimes 3. Troll draw, 3 of them. Guy's gonna think you're running 6 if it was paper. Yeah, they probably would. That's what they probably think of. Cool, Nikachu trying a Modern deck in Legacy.
Baby.
Word Magica says 2.5 hours is my usual for Modern. Maybe when I'm streaming it goes long like that.
Sure.
I don't know what my opponent's on, but I'm gonna keep the hand. We got a turn 1 play, we got a turn 2 play, we got a turn 3 play, and sort of protect, I guess. I lose a lot, so my leagues are closer to 1.5 hours. What does this mean? I actually don't know what that means. Savai Triome? Who the hell plays that?
They do.
What is this? A control deck? Maybe it's 5 color. It's 5 color control, and this is just a random Triome in their deck. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Or it's creativity. I don't know if they have Savai Triome in their deck, though.
We're about to see a Riverwinder.
Yeah, maybe. Profane Tutor. The questions. More questions. More questions. Just tons of questions. No answers. You gotta be kidding me. This is a terrible time for this card.
Turn 2 Vial.
Yeah, the turn 2 Vial. And it's not even that good here. Because I don't have a handful of cards. And it looks like I have to pressure my opponent. Or do I Tide Shaper? The Savai Triome. I don't know. Most Profane Tutor decks I know. Like, there's only one Profane Tutor deck I know. And that is the mono black one.
Yeah, take it.
Okay, I will adapt and then reconsider. Given like what my opponent does. Okay, that Mutavault was great, so I can go like land, Ether Vial, and then maybe hold up the Force of Negations from there. It's like if my opponent skips a land drop, then I would Tide Shaper there for sure. Attack for 2. Actually, if they would they go for a creature maybe?
Yes.
Maybe I do nothing. I played Mutavault and pass. Let this Profane Tutor resolve. They play like Karn the Great Creator or something, and I try to counter it. If they go for Golos for whatever reason, like I'm just thinking of random cards, to be honest. I'm thinking too much in line of the mono black deck. I don't think I'm losing a whole lot passing the turn this one time, and then playing Violent, holding up my Force Negations. More Mutavaults are nice. Sometimes I miss Mutavault in Legacy. I sometimes miss Mutavault there. See, they're taking their time. Maybe this is a Golos deck.
Goals need more colors than this.
Okay, this is some leyline binding deck, that's for sure. They just don't want a leyline binding anything. They're like, want to wait for the good card. Brought back. Choose 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn. Return them to the battlefield tapped. Is that a problem?
Yeah. Put some
It's a 2-for-1. You get a lot of mana.
Some 2 turns ahead. Bye.
I'm going to say no. I'm just concerned about never using my mana. Alright, so I'm shielded down for 1 turn, but I'm prepared to play Force Negation and toss Tide Shaper. I am prepared. Twiddlestorm? Elish Norn. I don't give a crap about this card. Oh, it's a 4/7. That's actually a problem. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent to trigger, the ability triggers an additional time. Okay.
That works for you too?
No, it only works on... And they get double the triggers now. You have Island Walk. So
attack into it, let him block, and then dismember.
Well, that's the sort of the plan here. Is it a smart plan?
Yes.
Or I should attack with maybe 2 Mutavaults to show sort of feign weakness. Permanent entering the battlefield. Yeah, we should attack with me. Or maybe I don't even care. I don't even know what this card's gonna do. It says if a permanent, like maybe I just ignore it.
No,
I play a Lord. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability you control to trigger, it triggers an additional time. Permanents entering the battlefield don't cause abilities of permanents your opponents control to trigger. Like I don't have any. So what if I go like Master, attack for 6, and then put you almost dead next turn? I can get rid of this Tide Shaper. Oh, you think they're elementals?
Just get rid of this thing.
Well, I can't do dink about that. Okay, let's see. Maybe they'll play an elemental or something. Because I have no idea what they're doing. I just hope they can play a card that I can dismember. Okay, well, we know nothing. Keep your secrets. Alright, you have Elish Norn. I bring in Subtlety. I'm assuming my creatures die, so I'll bring in Silvergill Adept. Spring Seas looks pointless. Mistcaller. If this is an Elementals deck, Mistcaller will be good. I have no idea if Force Negation is good. I mean, it ruined the Brought Back. We actually don't know if Dismember is good. So I guess we'll drop it. We know they have Profane Tutor. They have to be an Elementals deck. They just have to be. Do I have anything else with ETBs? Maybe Trickster is poor? We have no idea what this deck is. It's a brew. It could be anything. I'll take out Trickster only because they seemed to have Elish Norn in their deck. I don't mind the Silvergill Adept because the upside is there.
It's good.
Not really. Okay, I'll keep. It's gonna be a really slow clunker. I'm gonna have to pray they don't have Leyline Binding, or I draw a bunch of lands. Don't Leyline Binding me, bro. Profane Tutor. Alright, we're playing the song and dance all over again.
Land.
Okay, nice. Play Silvergill. Get underneath that Elish Norn. My opponent's like, no! Extra Vial is useless. 5-color Bring to Light Scapeshift? Maybe. I have not a clue. Well, they don't have that many mountains, apparently. No, a lot less mountains. This game's playing out very differently.
Mountain.
Come on, island. I will counter that profane tutor. Because probably we'll go get mommy or something. Don't have sweepers. That's all I'm saying. Don't have sweepers, please. You do. Oh, you greasy opponent. All right. You're so greasy. That's fine. You gonna ephemerate here? Do I just let this resolve? Like, I could force negate this, but I think my Sveloon just beats this thing. Like, because there's no more value they can get after this. So I'll let it resolve. They'll get one more. And, like, the ephemerate will just get wasted here. And I would rather, like, force and negate this, profane tutor. Okay, suspend. It's gonna come off suspend. When can I counter this?
Next year.
And I'll actually dump the Master of the Pearl Trident. Because I think Sveloons are more important. Like, if they have another ephemerate, then, well, we got a force negation for that, I guess.
Huh.
What's tap mana for nothing? What was that? I'm gonna flex. Oh, they played another profane tutor. I was like, that's really weird. Tap 2 lands, then attack. Well, what a bizarre line. Another force negation.
Force negation.
And pass. They feel the pressure. Profanity around mommy is a no-go. So I'm only in trouble if they could hardcast Solitude.
Karn ripped her head off. Pretty brutal.
Spoilers!
Oh, this thing's been around for a year now.
What is this? Shadow Prophecy. Domain. Look at the top X cards of your library. X is the number of basic land types. Put up to 2 of them into your hand. The rest in your graveyard. You lose 2 life. You know what? I'd rather you didn't. And I'm going to toss the other Sveloon, which is a huge risk. But I'm hoping to draw either an island or another blue card this next turn.
Just bounce right off Sveloon.
We do have subtlety in this deck, right? So maybe I will tick the vial up to 3. Because there's not many other 3-drops left in the deck. It's not the land I was looking for. Cannot cast my force negation off of that.
There
Oh! The problem is I think I'm still going to toss it to this profane tutor. Or am I? Do I let you profane tutor for mommy? I don't know. I'll think about it at their upkeep. Because this only temporarily deals with a creature once. But
Yeah,
let's say they get let's say they get mom. Okay, hold on. Or they could even go get a solitude. I think I should just exile this stupid thing.
Yes. Goodbye.
Yeah, no, it wasn't domain flicker. It was domain something else. Also, how much longer do you think you'll be streaming today? Probably around for another hour. Okay, we won the match. Sweet!
That was it.
They didn't even want to see their next card. They could have drawn Solitude. They could have drawn a Profane Tutor. It could have been anything. Let me get my water.
Water. Water.
has an opponent. Hand sort of poop. Oh, it's M. Hayashi. Our hand got even worse. Alright, we'll keep it.
You interviewed him.
I did. Because he is traditionally on some sort of red deck that this Mist Caller is going to be terrible against. And just our deck in general. I mean, he's built his deck very well to eat up Merfolk decks. There. See? Like the cards like that. Oh, great. Relic. That is quite fine to see. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied with that draw. Because that lets us curve into a Sveloon relatively comfortably. Still think we're a dog in this matchup, though. But if we can get to turn 3 with Sveloon online, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But maybe he was just waiting. Waiting in the weeds to, like, fury our dumbass. Okay, it dead. It dead. I have nothing else to do. Just hope Unholy Heat is not online. Or none of them. But he M. Hayashi loves the sword. Oh, he felt the pressure already. Cracked that relic. Cashed it in. Another relic. That's M. Hayashi control for you here. Cycle with Relic of Progenitus. Another Relic of Progenitus! What kind of deck do you think I was on? Okay, we got a Lord. Might as well play it. I wonder, somehow Mistcaller doing something? I imagine not. We can Ottawa something in the future. This matchup seems intense. On one side it is. Again. It's cracked 3 Relic of Progenituses. Is there a fourth? There might have been a fourth. He was too embarrassed to show it.
Weird going on here.
Okay, I can't remember. I believe Chalice is like good-ish versus his deck, but he's not. He usually plays like a lot of answers to Chalice, like Ratchet Bomb. He's a huge fan of Ratchet Bomb. Mistcaller. This should be. It should be trash. I'm not sure. I don't know what his latest build is. Probably, maybe. I don't think he's blinking Furies or anything like that. Force Negation might be fine. I don't remember what his latest. What is he playing? Like a mono red deck. There's no better way to describe it. If I remember correctly, okay, he loves Blast Zone. Blast Zone is a big card, so you bring in Spreading Seas. Harbinger, I can't remember what his win conditions are, to be honest. Let's take out Force Negation, just bring in more creatures. Maybe have something on a curve so Ratchet Bomb doesn't kill me. Silvergill Depth's probably fine, but not amazing.
Well.
Yeah, we're not listening to this, that's for sure. That's weird to hear. It sounds like everything's ending. Yeah, like mono red Saga Burn. Sort of want Silvergill Adept for the card advantage. I can't remember if he wipes out stuff with like Lava Dart. Showed no creatures that game. Harbinger in theory, like I don't. Seasoned Pyromancer, Ragavan. I don't remember what's in his deck. We'll just run this. Figure it out later. Maybe Chalice is good. We literally saw nothing. This is a 1-lander. I'm gonna mulligan. This is a hand with more than 1 land, so I'm gonna keep it. And I guess we're gonna pitch Tide Shaper because I have Spreading Seas. Bring in Null Rod. Yeah. Oh, see, we have some information. So probably should take out that Lord. The Lord that has 1 toughness. Hexcatcher. Yeah, I knew there's like some sort of pinger card in this deck. I don't exactly play against M. Hayashi every day. There's the Blast Zone, which I'll happily spreading seize.
Yeah. Do it. Here it comes. Ooh.
Another Ether Vial. So those Blast Zones add up. I'm glad all these cards are getting played. So I gotta be very careful with that Hex Catcher. I could... wonder, is it just safe to just run out a Svelune for nothing? Because if I play this... well, if I play one Lord, I mean, effectively, if you can't use this. Might be wrong, though. just drawing a card. You just didn't even pay a red? Pay one? Where'd the one come from? Oh, maybe the Blast Zone. Wondering if I should just flash this in. I should have played this Vial too.
Flash it in and pay with the Mutavault.
That's a line. That's a really neat line. I wasn't even thinking about that. That's a great idea. And then what, you have to bolt next turn? You know what, that is actually a pretty cool idea by my brother. Assistance! Oops, no. And next turn I could tick up Vial to 3, play Svelune. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe these two creatures are just gonna die this turn to anger the gods or something. Or that.
Lame.
Okay. But that's okay.
Vote cards need to go away.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And when it goes to 2, it's gonna free up the Blast Zone. Okay, I'm okay with that. Could have been a lot worse. I think I'm gonna start with Vial because we have a handful of creatures. I still want to deploy over the next few turns. So is he waiting to get his hand to empty so he can play Seasoned Pyromancer or something? And just draw actual, like, fresh cards? Land, creature, instant, artifact. So the thingamabob is online. And by thingamabob, I mean
Down the Bugbear.
no, Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat is online. Flame Slash apparently was also online. Trying to patiently draw out all the other removal. But I think that's the end of the line. Well, okay, this is sorcery speed. Yeah. Has he missed a land drop? 1, 2. He has not, so it's possible that he's flooding out. I guess we're just gonna play the Svelune and hope that that's the end of the removal. Maybe as a Fury, and I can flash in the Lord of Atlantis to protect our Svelune. Or even Flame Slash, and I can Vial in the Lord of Atlantis to protect the Svelune. Let's see what happens here. I'm gonna put the onus on Hayashi to have double removal. Ah, it's just Unholy Heat. And there is Delirium. Drat. Great Sadness. And there's a Seasoned Pyromancer, yes. Trying to empty the hand to the point where you can maximize on Seasoned Pyromancer. Whoa, discarding a Fury. Whoa, whoa! That seems crazy. One card left in hand. Den of the Bugbear. Okay, I guess we'll put a Lord of Atlantis in play. Hope we draw, I don't know, Silvergill Adepts and stuff. I drew a Mutavault. And I will pass. Also heard Seasoned Pyromancer, if you Prevent non-casted creatures, huh? I was just thinking, man, I had a Mutavault back then. I should just let the thing die. Let the Lord of Atlantis die. And then try to set up a situation with Svelun and Mutavault.
Never listen to me. It's not worth it.
I know, apparently. The lands, they attack. Okay, they don't attack because they were afraid that I'd put a Lord or something in play. Now's oh, I was just supposed to say, now's the best time for Svelun. Svelun has arrived. They're empty-handed. Svelun's time now.
Nothing but donuts. Come on. See some fat donuts.
I wonder if there's some weird bluff he might run. Nope, no bluff. So now I really need to draw a Merfolk so I can just freely attack. Not a Merfolk at all.
But good.
Not good either.
Another one.
We can hit the Bugbear, so maybe we'll commit him to attack, activating.
Another one, another one, another one. Also good. Because it's cheap, you can play it right
That's
now.
actually interesting. Yeah, I can activate it, so basically if there's like a triple block or something, I can ruin him in combat. I can also protect my Svelun.
Big Lord. Also good.
Very interesting card. Oh, this is a 3/2. So if you gang block, I can just bounce one thing and kill the other. I think Seasoned Pyromancer is an interesting option because I don't really want to bounce the Seasoned Pyromancer. Yes. So hold on. Oh, do you have like one of these or something? That would be awkward. So like, what can I beat? Okay, so I can beat Flame Slash. No, I can't beat Flame Slash. I can beat Lightning Bolt. But you didn't attack. So I'm just gonna assume that you have nothing, or maybe you didn't want to attack for me to. I'm gonna take the greedy line. Seems to have a lot of upside here. And I guess if you have another Spike Field Hazard, then I'm just gonna eat it. Oh god, you do have Spike Field Hazard. Oh, you had Lightning Bolt. Okay, whatever. I wouldn't say I'm ahead, but I'm not happy about that.
Interesting exchange.
And I didn't in the end, I didn't get my Merfolk. Still paranoid about a Merfolk, huh? Is that your baby, M. Hayashi? Is that your baby? Oh, I have nothing here. Waiting for you to play a creature. Your move, Mr. Bond. I'm not going to play anything. Until he plays something.
Svelun!
Might be a little late for Svelun. Oh, hold on. Damn it. I should have attacked with that Mutavault that turn. Or maybe not.
Turn 12, no damage.
I know. Well, feel the run. Not happy about that. Attempt to block. Okay, I take 2 damage.
Haven't seen people ruin
And I will attempt to, I don't know, exhaust some removal with this thing.
Smoke him if you got him. Big.
Yeah, we got big stuff here. It's the clock. The Seasoned Pyromancer versus the Subtlety. Classic post-turn 10 game against the Grind King, I know. Okay, we got him. Got him for 1 damage. Look, he's not so tough. Destroy target artifact, dredge 1. What can you use from your graveyard? Or you just want to use this over and over again? Interesting idea. Oh, I guess it hits Chalice?
You can flash.
I don't want to waste it like that, to be honest. I prefer to hit like a Fury or something. Although it seems like pretty bad news if that happens.
Full retail.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna wait. I got time. But I will play this land. So it's very important to note that his deck operates mostly at sorcery speed. Like a lot of these, maybe this, not this, but this is sorcery speed, Fury sorcery speed. So if you can play at flash speed, it is an edge. Do I kill that stupid thing? I'm just gonna keep taking 2 damage.
There's more subtleties in the deck.
Keep taking 2 damage. How much mana is this? That's interesting. Okay, let's we'll cast this. Show the Svalin.
Big.
That's also interesting. I don't know. Does he play with Urza Saga? When I say he plays with Urza Saga, but I really don't know. And then we will hold up Subtlety. Oh, it would be so nice to have 1 more blue card in hand so I could play the Svalin. Force him to, and then, like, Tide Shaper, Svalin, and then, like, if there's, like, a Fury, I can just Subtlety it and then hopefully just run away with the game. Maybe next turn I'll squeeze in this Tide Shaper and Svalin. Don't want to do it now. I'm gonna wait. Hopefully this incentivizes a Fury. Then I would Subtlety. Then I'd play Svalin, Tide Shaper, and I think I'd be in a pretty good position, even from there.
He's building up his weasels.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, maybe he's trying to position himself to a point where, like, I don't know, maybe he has 2 bolts, so I'm effectively at 6 life. My life total isn't as high as I think it is.
Creatures.
Yeah, random blue card. Not a random blue card. Cost 4. Well, I could just go. I could go. So let's say I go for Svalin. You kill a creature, then you kill my Svalin, then I'm a sad panda. Or I could go for Tide Shaper. Then if you go for the big Fury, I still Subtlety that. Alright. Slowly but surely. He stopped playing his lands too. Maybe he's got a smashing or something. Which is weaker to Hexcatcher. So how does this work? You can divide a bunch of everything. Deals X damage as you choose. Up to 2 target creatures under planeswalkers. So you can go red, red, and a million. Stopped attacking, huh? Got a little scared. What are you so scared for now?
Ooh, this is gonna be brutal.
Okay, let's see what you do. I'm playing it. It's sort of now or never. Yes. Or am I not prepared enough? So I don't have Island Walk. But maybe I don't need it. If I play Master of the Pearl Trident, I don't see how I get blown out. You'd have to kill like 2 creatures. Or maybe if I play the Master here. Maybe that's the point. I play the Master. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't like this situation. Pass. Hopefully there's no Fury. Yeah, sponsor time. I don't know the correct thing to do, but I certainly don't want to lose the creatures. I guess I'm telegraphing subtlety. Like, I had the Sveloon in hand and did nothing. And now maybe Sveloon will die. A horrible death. To this Shatter Skull smashing. Okay, this deals 2 damage. I can't do anything about that. So that will kill Tide Shaper. And then Sveloon will just die. Huh. How sad. Maybe if I was more brain dead, I could just win the game. Problem is, if I play Master of the Pearl Trident, they could Fury for a good chunk. Like, 2 on this, 1 on Silvergill, and I'm doomed. Still nothing. Okay, I'll be super
Spreading
happy
seas.
if I can play this Master of the Pearl Trident and it resolves. There's no problems. Okay, there were no problems. Okay, let's start with attacking with Sveloon. So that if this dies, this will most certainly be fine in combat against a Seasoned Pyromancer. Hexcatcher is great. Leaves Sveloon even more indestructible than she was a second ago. Okay, we're in good shape. M. Hayashi has a bunch of lands in hand. And the viewers like you. Yeah. This option of the episode, sponsored by the greatest merfolk of all time, Sea Singer. Oh yeah, and viewers like you.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is in it now.
Give us more money.
Yeah, somehow, I don't know what's so different about his deck now.
There's the aforementioned Fury.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna cast this.
Let's see, has 2.
The prophesized Fury. And if anything, I could actually protect with Hexcatcher too. Maybe there's a second Fury. Maybe he can draw the Fury. He's gonna play Relic, crack it, draw Fury. Put Fury on top of the library. I got 9 damage unblockable. Unholy Heat on my Subtlety. Nothing I can do about that, but you're empty-handed. I have the Hexcatcher in hand, and you cannot do anything about it. Because you're empty-handed. Shouldn't have played that land, M. Hayashi. I would have played around something for 1 more turn. Alright, we won the match. And apparently cleanly. I usually get my ass handed to me in this matchup. It's not an easy matchup. It's just like tons of removal.
Tons.
And usually these Seasoned Pyromancers do me in. Like if you top decked a few more Seasoned Pyromancers and maybe more Furies. Or maybe we had a war between Fury and Subtlety. I was representing Subtlety, he was representing Fury. No one wanted to make a move, and he was forced to make a move here. Alright, let's move on to match 4. Pretty good league so far.
3-0.
No, not 6-0 so far. It's 6-1.
3-0.
No, but Ben S says 6-0 so far? No, 6-1. Hold on, give me a second. Entertain the people. I just have to use the washroom. My brother will be off camera, but he can still hear you.
Dun, 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 dun. Good game. Sorry, my internet is poor, so it's too grainy to see. Nika wore pants today, moving up in the world. Is Pepsi the best? I don't know. I like Pepsi and Coke equally. Give us your best Gene Wilder. I like know who that is, but Gene Wilder. What movies? I don't know if I've ever seen any movies that guy's been in. Is that like a Ferris Bueller sort of actor? Gene Wilder. Alright, he's back.
Round 4 coming up. Oops. Damn it.
Do you play Marvel Snap? No.
No. I don't play any of the competing trading card games.
Who's asking me?
Not that I don't like it, but...
Willy Wonka, come on. I haven't actually seen that. Show us a single thumb.
Is that Monster CC? Yeah, here's my hands. Show your hands. There you go. You're not a sound box or something in the background. Because, like, I guess I could impersonate, like, an extra hand coming out of nowhere. Really, this is just my hand. Okay, we won the die roll.
Will you please have a stream where I just hum the background music for the whole time? Yeah, sure.
No. I did not sign off on that. These hands sort of suck.
Yeah, he played Pokemon years ago.
Oh, I played the Pokemon trainer. Yeah, but that's like... That was before I even played Magic. Are there any other siblings? No.
Also, somebody donated 2 bones.
Yeah, thanks, Monster CC. Super Chad, the $2. Supporting the live gameplay. I get, like, no money from this gameplay. I guess some people on Patreon still support it. All right, we'll keep...
All our other immediate siblings are in Poland.
I guess I have to dump the Mutavault. Because I need the double blue for Master of the Pearl Trident. Hopefully that's not the case, but... This is a pretty good hand to have on the play and maybe roll the opponent. Oh! Here come the Rhinos. Oh, Miss Collar just got a lot worse. Gotta throw that out there, though. I say it got a lot worse because Rhinos has a lot of interaction, like Rough and Tumble. Is it Rough and Tumble? No, not Rough and Tumble. Something...
Minskin Boo.
I can't remember. The double red card deals 2 damage, and also Fire and Ice and all that other stuff. And this doesn't even interact with them. They don't even care. Hexcatcher. Now that's something you should care about. Okay, attack for 1. And pass. Are peeps in Poland pretty against Russia? They're very pissed at Russia. That's for sure. I can tell you politically, they're not very good friends. Politically. You can get them together to drink at a bar or something, that's probably fine. I don't really want to play this Hexcatcher because it gets Fire and Ice pretty hard. Or maybe I was supposed to play Hexcatcher at the upkeep, because they can just Violent Outburst at any moment. Yeah, I feel like I punted here. But you know what? If I play Hexcatcher and they go Rhinos, I can go, like, Master of the Pearl Trident and maybe give myself a good chance of, like, winning anyway. Because they have an island here. Last I was in Poland was during those riots. No bueno. I don't know which riots those were.
When the Żabka was closed.
Yeah. The, oh yeah, the Żabka. The convenience store. Okay, they're like, okay, we're gonna make a move. It's time to do our thing. Can these piddly, dinky little merfolk outrace a bunch of rhinos?
How do you know it's rhinos?
I know everything. Maybe it's Living End? Maybe they're... No, it can't be Living End. They would be cycling. No, it's rhinos. The reason I don't want to do this at their upkeep... And maybe I should have just done it at their upkeep. I don't know. Is that they could just very easily Fire and Ice both of these. Ping one here, ping one there. Okay, that's fine. What's in your deck? Mystical Dispute, Violent Outburst, Mystical Dispute. Damn it, these Mystical Disputes should be in your hand. Not revealed.
How did you know?
Unfortunately, this is only non-token creatures. It should be token creature. It should be anything. Another Mistcaller.
Should be anything.
Okay, hopefully they have no interaction. That's asking a lot! Hopefully, if they have no interaction, maybe I can just race them. They're gonna hit me for 8s. I can take, like, 2 hits. So drawing a land would be gas, because then I can play this Mistcaller. Just be a random creature on the board to sack to the Hexcatcher. So being at 3 toughness is pretty relevant versus this deck. No more Fire and Ice or that Rough Tumble card.
Somebody said dead and gone. That's what you're thinking.
Dead and gone. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's right. Dead is the 2 damage. Gone is the bounce.
Rough and tumble.
Well, that's another card that, I don't know, it's a similar split card.
Loopy lobster.
I think it's a red split card. 4 dead gone, 4 Fire and Ice, 4 Fury is what they run. Well, damn. Shardless Agent. More rhinos. Can I beat those rhinos?
It's possible.
Truth be told, I'm playing as fast as I can here. So if I top deck a Lord, what is that? 4, 8, 11 damage. And I die. Yeah, that's not pleasant. So what I need is a land to play Mistcaller. I just need any land. It still might not be enough. Will poop. Okay, so now what can I do? So I can't take... I can take 12 damage, basically. Then I have to soak up 8. How do we even do this? And I have to attack at the same time. So I have a Tide Shaper, which can be a 4/4. That deals with 1 rhino. I have a Mistcaller. That'll be a 3/3. That will block this rhino. I can attack for 5. There is a weird world where we can win this. It requires my opponent to have only lands in hand at this point. Don't Mystical Dispute that, please don't. Okay, we're gonna attack for 5. Or can I even, maybe, can I attack for even less? Like, can I attack with this Hex Catcher and win the game after blocking with a bunch of stuff? Because, like, maybe I can chump block. So I attack for 2. No, that's stupid. We're attacking with everything. It maybe gives me some room to, I don't know, counter a Violent Outburst. Okay, this is not what I was expecting to draw, but I will take it. And I have lethal if they go all in. Okay, so no burn spell, no removal spell. Ideally, no Violent Outburst. No, I can't beat Violent Outburst either. I can beat Shardless Agent. Because this Hex Catcher by itself will attack with these 2 things. That's it. No remove, nothing. Lands and creatures. That's not Fury. Yeah, it can't be Petty Theft. Oh my god. Well, you gotta have Crashing Footfalls in hand, which you probably would have suspended with Wooded Foothills. So much crap. I'm trying to play around here. But we had 12! We still kicking! This is gonna block this, and then these dummies block these other dummies.
Wow. He's thinking.
Yeah, they have to. It's a thinking game. Or, I don't know. And I can sack this an end of turn if necessary. I don't want to, though. Actually, if they fetch, it's a big deal, because then they go to 7, and then these 2 creatures would be lethal with a Lord. So I have the option to sack this, and then still block with these. And assuming they go all in, they're doing it.
My favorite band is maybe the Band-Aid.
I think these decks are tuned to absolutely crush us now. I'm prepared.
Maybe the Rubber Band.
I'm absolutely prepared. Alright, let's see them. All that thinking could be for absolutely nothing. Well, they didn't snap do anything, so that makes me feel a little bit good.
3.
Yeah, if they have Shardless Agents... Okay, what's in their deck that I could beat? They have 4 cards in hand. So one of them is lands. Okay, they're going to attack. Okay, I can beat Crashing Footfalls, Force of Negations, Mystical Disputes, and a bunch of lands. That's all I can beat. Assuming I have to do all this. Take 9. I go to 3. I have the option of taking the 2 from the Shardless Agent. What does this not play around? So gone is 3 mana. That sucks. Because then I would have to sack 2 things for that.
Just go with it. See what happens.
Because I could let this go.
Either he has it or he
And then this is what, 11 damage. I go to 2. Fire and Ice kills me. Like, I'm dead to Fire and Ice anyway. Like, you just Fire and Ice the stupid Vidalian Hexcatcher, and the whole thing, the whole house of cards falls. So I can't play around that. Can't play around Brazen Borrower.
Just go for it. Either you win or you don't.
I play around Violent Outburst a little bit. Because I can... No, but if I sack...
Either you win or you don't.
I can't beat anything, to be honest. I don't think there's a single thing I can beat. Looking at a generic deck list here. Okay. You have anything, I lose. That's my blocks. We live! Oh my god!
Oh, you live through this phase.
Oh my god! Chat!
Through this phase of the turn you live.
Or maybe they just wanted to go to damage. Like, the thing is, if they...
Oh, wow.
Any interaction wins. Like, any interaction would kill me there. So there's no reason to save it for post-combat. We got him! We got him! I am a Merfolk god. When you are a god, everything works out your way. Okay, I have a different opinion about how to approach this matchup. I used to not like Silvergill Adept in this matchup because of Fire and Ice and Fury, but I think it's a little bit, because they have a lot of removal and because I'm going to play with Force and Negation, I would rather like to play it. I'm not going to play with any of the 1-drops at all, partially because I don't want to play into any of the removal early in the game. I don't want them to play Dead or Fire and Ice on the play. I want them to feel a little choked on those cards when they get to turns 2 and 3. So I'd rather give them less targets on the first turn of the game, and it's not even necessary. Like, I have to some degree be a little bit controlling. We will, and also Tide Shaper is, I don't know, a little bit of poop. It's possible Tide Shaper is a little bit better on the draw than on the play, because I might want the card advantage on the play, and maybe I still want the tempo on the draw, but I'm not sure. Okay, we're definitely going to bring in Chalice, and I definitely want Subtleties. I like Subtlety because it's a flash creature, and also it's a flash creature that can deal with Fury. I'll take out the Dismembers. I guess we're going to bring in 2 Harbingers. That sucks. I don't like Harbinger. I don't like it in this matchup. I think bouncing half a Crashing Footfalls is pretty crappy. I think it's bad interaction. They had 4... They probably had more Shardless Agents in hand. This hand's unplayable.
I disagree.
Mull.
Basically the same hand.
It is. I'm gonna keep it because I don't want to go too low, and we do have a Silvergill Adept maybe to draw some more cards. I'll dump the Subtlety. Yeah. Because we could end up just getting attritioned out in this game if we go too low. We do have a Cavernous Souls, which is pretty relevant. They're playing with like 4 Mystical Disputes these days. That's insane. What kind of crazy tech is that? I guess it works. 4 Mystical Disputes in the main deck. They might have had Mystical Dispute in their hand. Although we saw 3 of them revealed by their deck. Okay, any land. Make it look like we're sort of doing something in this game. Okay, we got it. Now, again, I'd actually prefer to make the removal, like, really clunky. So I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass the turn, and I'm going to play Trickster at their end step. If they force a negate, I'm probably going to pitch, like, Master of the Protrad and just try to slam as many Spheloons as I can. See, otherwise they'd fire this, and I do not want that. Like, this is a great spot. I don't know if I've articulated this very well in other streams, but ideally you should choke them. So, like, now they're in a spot, do I want a Violent Outburst or do I want to use removal? And they're going to choose the Violent Outburst, like, all the time. Or maybe they'll kill this thing, I don't know. But they can't do both. They're not allowed. Oh, so they're gonna Violent Outburst on my turn. Why? So now we're pretty free to play, like, Massive Pearl Trident and attack. Well, I can't attack. Not allowed.
Silvergill for the third land.
Yeah, and then hope. Hope fortune smiles on me.
Come
Reveal
on, come
Svaelun.
on, come on.
Also, I'll pitch very likely I'll pitch Svaelun if they Rhino twice.
You lose.
I don't have Island Walk. Oh, that's true. I do not have Island Walk at the moment. There's just not a war in play. They're carefully not giving me that Island Walk. Okay, so they're gonna Violent Outburst, face down a bunch of rhinos. Hopefully they don't have that many Violent Outbursts in hand. Too bad I didn't have Hex Catcher to really put the squeeze on this damn thing.
Well, they dumped a Shardless Agent to have to get that.
Take 8. I love taking 8s. I still think the forest is a swamp whenever I see it. Yeah, all these lands look like swamps. Okay, fortunately we can nail one of these. I will dump the Svaelun. You saw it. First you see it, now you don't. You still get a Shardless Agent, which is a bit sad. I'm in a bind no matter what I draw. Wait, well, there goes my creatures. Damn it, Ether Vial. Why can't I have you on turn 1? You'd be... Ether Vial in this game would have been insane.
You could probably just move on to round 3.
I don't know, we could go, I don't know, Harbinger into Harbinger. Alright, let's do this again. I'll show a Svaelun again. Just to flex how many Svaeluns I have. I'd show them 2 Svaeluns if I could. Nikachu, your foil trick worked with my Pringles in 2 days. They returned back to flat over 30%. Beautiful. You're welcome. No, they pinged me. That is... Oh, that's only 10 damage, though.
Pringles.
The Pringles. You're welcome, Frozen.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good stack of Pringles over there.
That'll be $5, remember. Just kidding. Can you dead me? Force a negation. Okay, concede. Our hand was awkward. You know what? It was the game. I kept a 1-lander. It could have been so much worse. Could have been just brutal. Nothing could have happened. Okay, we'll do a repeat. You'll tip me when you get paid. It's okay. It's all good. Need some money for the magic cards too, you know.
Turn 1 Vial, come on. Or no, Void, rather.
Turn 1 Chalice. Yeah.
Chalice of the Vial.
Yeah, Chalice of the Vial.
Aether
Okay,
of
now
the,
they're
Aether
thinking.
Of the Void.
They're thinking. This is a very long sideboard. You like to play first? Absolutely. Yeah, it's fine. It just doesn't get me that excited. If we can curve into a bunch of lands, I'll be pretty happy. Yay, more Merfolk games. Do not have Mystical Dispute. I wonder if they kept it in. I guess they have to keep it in to fight with against our Force Negations. So don't have it. Don't have that mystical dispute. That evil mystical dispute. I guess we'll show... I don't really want to show the Hexcatcher until it actually happens. So we'll show the Silvergill Adept. No! My card draw. They're disputing this. They're like, I have a response. Yeah. Doesn't feel good. But that's how it is.
Well, he still took 3 damage.
That is the one bonus. Like, if they want to interact on the earlier turns of the games, they take damage. Their deck is very painful. Very, very painful. So I think next turn, probably I'll play Trickster at the end of their turn, and then we'll have 3 mana up for Force Negation, which is nice. And then we'll play Hexcatcher at the end of their turn. If they try to go for the combo, we can always Force Negate, get rid of Subtlety. Crashing Footfalls, shields down. Mutavaults are a little nice, especially since we have a Hexcatcher hand. Yeah, just pass, then try to go to Trickster at end of their turn. I think that's okay. Might get Mystical Disputed or something. Oh, they're just gonna go Shardless? Okay. So... probably just gonna counter this. Why waste? And I can go Mutavault, pass, and have Subtlety up.
Sorry. Can't have it every time, pal.
Well, I'm not. Shields down. Silvergill Adept. Reveal Trickster again.
Big. Huge.
I sort of want to play that, but at the same time... Okay, so what do I do now? Fire and Ice would just blow me out pretty hard. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. I guess I'm just going to play a Hexcatcher and end of turn. If they put a bunch of Rhinos in play, then whatever. Hey, MTG Gaming Bob. Happy afternoon. I do have to deal with... There is a Footfall on the way. So I cannot completely ignore that stupid thing. You want to attack? Gladly. Man. Thought you never would. Another Footfalls. How many are left in the deck? How many Footfalls? I think there's 3? Maybe there's 4? Maybe there's 4. Yeah, there's 4 Footfalls in general. Okay, so there's probably 1 more. I'm in a lot of... Hold on, this can't even produce green. So I'm actually pretty free to play this Hexcatcher. I mean, they might dispute it, but that's the most dangerous thing that could happen here. Does not get disputed. Might get fired and iced. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Oh, whatever. Kraken for like, I don't know, 6 damage next turn, or 4. Or sorry, no, if they have fire, I'm gonna lose both these guys. I'll just attack for 2. I need Island Walk Lords. I need them now. Yeah, it's painful. Maybe I was right. Side out them Silvergill Adepts. lose them. Honestly, don't know what I'm hoping for here. Okay, so 1 footfalls. They're not coming yet.
They got time.
Let's attack for 4 and play a Vial. Because I'm not prepared to use this Trickster on anything yet. Come on, cancel. Let's play this Vial. They've gone shields down, so this is a pretty good spot for Mutavaults. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chalice would be a great draw. But, like, you know, let's chip away at their life total, put them low. I think attacking with a Shardless Agent wasn't necessary at all. But maybe they still think they're the aggro. Unfortunately, that Fiery Islet doing a little bit of work for us. And Subtlety is not going to be irrelevant because this is a 3-power flyer. Okay, they're going to draw a card.
Good sign.
Usually. Ooh, no more red mana? Like, how desperate are they? They just have counter spells in hand? Like, what is this? What does any of this represent?
Chally.
Oh, Chally would be Chally would be absolutely backbreaking. So we're very close to killing. So next turn they get Rhinos.
You'll have
I play Subtlety. Because, like, they have no red mana, so I can just pretty freely play, like Violin, Ether Vial. I don't want to cast it into counter magic, so I'm not. Do they have Petty Theft? They might have Petty Theft. So they get a bunch of Rhinos. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, I'll just try to play Subtlety on their turn.
Yeah, I can even swing for 2.
Hey bro, no, cool. There's a Shardless Agent blocking me. Hey bro, do you ever eat a whole bag of Cheetos while watching Nikachu live stream? Every day, bro. Thought you'd never ask.
I used to eat whole bags of Cheetos. I can't do that anymore.
What's funny is if they play another Shardless Agent, I can literally Subtlety it for value because there's no more crashing. There would be no more crashing footfalls left in the deck. Unless they can put this thing back in the deck with Endurance or something. We got the red mana back. But they didn't have it last turn. I'm not sure if I can play around red mana. Unless the card I'm supposed to play around is Subtlety exactly. Like, why would they sacrifice their 1 red source? And they didn't even have a replacement land for it. There's no way they did that with a handful of removal. Unless they drew a removal spell off of Fiery Islet and then they just drew this Wooded Foothills. Because now I'm thinking maybe I should keep... I was going to play Subtlety at end of turn. Now I'm thinking I should keep the Subtlety in my hand to pitch to Trickster if my opponent has, like, Fury. Maybe double Fury. And I just take this Ether Vial up 1. But then if they have a counterspell, I can't beat that. If they attack with Shardless, maybe that's a good opportunity to play Subtlety and test the waters. Okay, we test in the waters. Against counter spells. Against Petty Theft, against removal. Okay. No, I cannot beat that. Boo! I guess they have a lot of counter spells. Mystical disputes for days. All right, we take 2. Go to 16. Still a healthy life total. 2-turn clock. But it looks like I gotta play a Lord. And hope I don't get blown out by petty theft. Okay, what's going on here? So I'm at 16. I'm effectively at 10 because I don't intend on blocking any of this stuff. Pretty paranoid about petty theft.
Chalice.
Well, it's not really relevant now.
Oh, it's plenty relevant.
Video idea: next cards to be banned in Modern, maybe stuff like Ragavan. Oh God, I don't think it's a very creative idea. Because we're just speculating. What did they get rid of? Force of Vigor? Oh, they got rid of Force of Vigor. Okay, I don't have a vial anymore. It's not too relevant. I'm just hoping they can't interact with the Lord of Atlantis. Mutavault was a good draw. So what does it come down to? I think it just comes down to removal. Yeah. Play this Lord and pray. I can pay for Mystical Dispute. And then hopefully they die next turn. Yeah, they have Mystical Dispute, I think. I think they have Mystical Dispute here. And it saves them a lot of life. Yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. So we will pay for it. Okay, so now what happens? So you attack me for a good chunk, because I can tap one of them down next turn. We're still dead to like a single piece of removal. They got a lot of lands left in that deck, and apparently counterspells. So we can attack for not. So they can't actually attack for everything, because I have 11 points of damage on the table right now. So they attack me down to 6. I can tap a Rhino down with Trickster, block Shardless Agent, take 4. I've got 2 turns, and this Crashing Footfalls isn't online for like another turn. So they can't attack all out. If they deal with the Lord of Atlantis, I still got a little game with this Trickster left. Because I can attack with 2 Mutavaults to keep Trickster up. Yeah, they got no cards in hand left either. They had the Force of Vigor for a Chalice. So this is what happens when you don't have Chalice. Sometimes they got the answer to your answers. I wouldn't say they are too lucky. I mean, they've got a lot of outs. What, 4 Fire and Ices, 4 Dead Gons. It's gonna be, you're gonna attack with everything. All right, no blocks. I take it all. I'm a Merfolk master. This is awkward. I can attack for the win here.
And you should.
But if they have removal, then I don't win. But I have Trickster, which buys me a lot of time. But then the next Crashing Foot. So if they have any removal, I'm sort of dead, right? They could, and they're representing it. They're representing some sort of removal because they would have left Shardless Agent back at the very least. Like, that was pretty free to do unless they don't understand how Island Walk works. Ugh. I got 11 points of damage. I think they're representing removal, though. Well, it's not like they save mana. I mean, if they have nothing in hand, they can't save anything. It's just that if they didn't have removal, they have to keep this back to block the Lord of Atlantis. So now I gotta play as if they've got some sort of removal of some sort. I can attack with 2 creatures, put my opponent down to... Really, here's a really good question. Can I beat removal? The answer is probably no. So they remove the Lord of Atlantis. I can attack for 8. We get another 2 creatures. Because I can still Trickster this, chump block this.
I think you should just
take 4.
either he's got it or he don't.
It's so strong, though. That is such a strong line.
Either he's got it or he don't.
I know, it's a very tough spot. Okay, I have to play as if, like, they're not being stupid. I will attack them for 8, and then see what happens. And tap a Rhino at upkeep. It's a tough spot. Take 4, it means you're dead to I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I'm dead to fire anyway. I can't play around fire right now. If they have fire, I lose. So I can't play around fire. Okay, that gets through. I guess I just got to go upkeep, try to get this Trickster in underneath a Rhino. The best I can. Man. Were they just... Did they leave themselves dead on board? I hope not. Block Rhino, take 3. Oh, I see. Yeah, I could block the Rhino. No, I don't like that. Hold on. Let me think. Okay, I'll think about it when we get there. I know what you're saying. Okay, I'll think about when I get there, because I may not be able to play around a removal spell, because if they have any removal spell, then Lord of Atlantis is technically off the board, and I can't win the game at that point. But if they attack with too many creatures, I could make a block, this thing dies, and then these 3 Mutavaults can outrace a Rhino for the win. You can Trickster tap Rhino, and it soaks up 3 damage, so you only take 3 and go to 3. But the problem is I can't beat a Fire and Ice anyway. Like, from my perspective. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Well, he's grinding it.
Outrace Rhinos. I'm trying. Okay, so they are going in. Okay, let's say they have dead. So here's a problem. If they have dead and gone, and I block here, I lose. So we definitely have to block something. So if they have Fire and Ice, okay, let's say I block Rhino. They Fire and Ice this. I win, because they're at 2. If I block here, and they gone my Trickster, I lose. How many things have been revealed so far? So there's been 1 Fire and Ice been played so far. If I block here, they Violent Outburst. That's 3, 5. I live. If they had gone, they would have already used it. Well, they would have top deck it right now. Oh, you mean gone as in, like, hit my Trickster? Oh yeah, okay, so that's a card that we can remove. Okay, so they can't... I can't beat gone. Sorry, whatever. They don't have gone.
It's gone.
What else? Petty Theft. No, they would have played Petty Theft. Okay, so if they have Petty Theft or any of those stuff, so the only thing that I lose to is Fire and Ice. No, they can't have Fire and Ice. They would have tapped my Trickster. They would have tapped the Trickster. Because they would just tap the Trickster and win, so they don't have Fire and Ice either. So those are all answers. So the only way I lose this...
Just block the damn Rhino.
is if they play, like, Shardless Agent into more Rhinos. No, I can't. I beat all that, too. It would feel so embarrassing to block this thing, and then I see Fire and Ice.
Just block the Rhino.
I don't want to block the Rhino. This feels so dirty. So I take 3. Come on, just resign here. How do you feel about this block? Do you feel good about this block? Oh yeah? What if I block over here? You feel good about that block? Huh, opponent? How do you feel about this? Yeah, so all those remove. Okay, let's look at the removal spells. What does they have? Okay, so if they got Violent Outburst, I win no matter what. If they have dead slash gone, they would have used it already and I was dead. If they had Fire and Ice, they would have used it already and I was dead. If they have Fury, I'd be dead already. Murktide Regent, that's an interesting one. That changes nothing. Shardless Agent into more Rhinos changes nothing because Lord of Atlantis is on the battlefield. Endurance, Blood Moon. Ooh, Blood Moon is a card. If they have Blood Moon, I'm screwed. Because they could go second main phase Blood Moon, I lose all. So if I block the Rhino, then I have no Island Walker. And people have brought in Blood Moon versus me before. As crazy as that sounds. Alright, to play around Blood Moon, I am blocking the Shardless Agent. Let's see what happens. This is the only thing we can play around. Or our opponent made a mistake. And they should have iced when they had fire already. Yeah. This is a good time for this music. Oh, we did it! Oh, where's, We won! We beat Crashing Footfalls. Through tight play, super tight play. Staring at, like, the potential outs of our opponent. Woo! Yeah, and another thing they might have had, could have clearly cast already. Spayloon would have been a good card. Well, it is a good card. It's in our hand. Alright, we're actually going for a 5-0 here. We're going for a 5-0.
Yeah.
Well, even at this point, the deck is locked up. I'm going to play this deck in Minneapolis for sure. The 75 is locked. Expect the sideboard guide. Congrats on the win, Nikachu. Merfolk. I am the Merfolk master. Amulet Titan. A wild Amulet Titan appears. No. I don't need to see more. The win was so intense. Oh. The Crashing Footfall matchup is really tight. Like, I know a lot of people saw me crush it in, like, Las Vegas, but all the games were close. My perspective of the matchup is it's a very tight matchup, but I've somehow eked out as the victor way more often than not. But the games are really close. Like, they're really close. One thing that keeps it in balance is that they take a lot of damage from their lands, fetching and shocking. So, so long as they do that, they're always at a low enough life total that we can, like, squeeze in some, we can race them. I wonder what they had. Like, what did they have? Like, they obviously didn't leave any interaction for my Lord of Atlantis. Like, I could have just killed them there. I probably could have just killed them there. I have no idea what the hell they had. They probably just made a mistake with their attack, or they were just too brave. Yeah, Slight Breeze could have killed us. Yeah, I cited your last Las Vegas games in the Discord as an example that the matchup is good. I am ahead on Rhinos by a really good healthy chunk, but all the games are like that. They're, like, always really close. You're always one turn behind. Or sorry, you're always, like, you win by, like, by a hair. So I guess in some cases they force you to win. In that game, I think it would have been interesting if they don't attack with, I think there was a few times they attacked. Like, I got in a clear 4 damage with the Mutavaults because they attacked with their Shardless Agent. And if they didn't attack, their life total would have been 4 life points higher. I guess we win anyway because they were at 2 life. So I would have just had to have played in a way where Lord of Atlantis stuck on the board. This hand sort of sucks. Because if I play Tideshaper when we lost the die roll. Honestly,
Concede.
These are the types of hands that I keep and then I lose with.
Just concede.
Well, I'm not doing that. Because I'm not going to do anything on, like, turn 1. Probably gonna force a negate, throw away my force a negation. Ink Moth, oh, it's oh, it's hardened scales. Well, that's not good. That's bad news. Tide Shaper looking a little bit better. Ooh, more Tide Shapers. I don't mind that. All right, play your Urza Saga turn 2. Do it. Yeah, Hardened Scales. But they're playing the Urza Saga, which is good. So we go pop that little guy. What the hell is this?
He's trying to take you down.
Ink Moth aggro. Their hand is not very good.
He's going to hit you for 1 poison, 1 regular.
Am I missing something here?
He's just doing whatever he can.
Got a Hex Catcher, which is nice. Okay, we're going to deal with that Urza Saga. I'm going to deal with you later. I'm probably going to save the shit. I really don't want to hit the Ink Moth until it looks like really dangerous. Alright, this matchup is bad because of Walking Ballista, and I have nothing for this. You know what? It's not as bad as it used to be because of Subtlety, but I don't even have it in the main deck right now. So that's not good. Another Ink Moth. Ink Moth aggro.
And he hit the wrong one.
Yeah, that's right. Alright, so maybe our opponent will help defeat themselves. We get that 5-0. Yeah, they're all of a sudden they're like, whoops.
How did he get this far?
These Ink Moths are not like the other. Yeah, the word 2 drop thing is not pleasant. Okay, so let's beef up our Tide Shapers, I guess. And then now that once they're bigger, I don't have to be as concerned about Walking Ballista. And also have some Island Walk to look forward to. And then next turn we can play Silvergill Adept and Hexcatcher. What the hell is in their hand? Would they have nothing? Grove. Something green. If one or more counters would be put on an artifact or creature... I read enough. I read enough. Could have stopped that. If one or more counters are put on a creature, I was done. Aquatax's Will is a staple. Use it. Oh no. It's a bit ugly. Welding Jar. Yeah. Okay, their hand is not good. Which is good for us. And there's the Lord. Okay, so we'll start with... show the Hexcatcher.
Big.
We don't really need anything big. I sort of got this game under control. I'm going to play at end of turn to give myself more information. Like, my opponent plays a Walking Ballista here. Then I would just do nothing, wait to play Lord of Atlantis and deal with it at that point. Ancient Stirrings resolves. I lost to this deck last night because of the 3 top deck Ballistas. Yeah, Ballista's a beating. But that's why Subtlety had changed this matchup by a lot. Like, there's a few things that changed. First off, they're playing with Urza Saga, which runs right into our Tide Shaper tech. We do have Subtlety now, so we have a lot more lines where we can just tap out Lord, and we have more Lords in the deck, which help protect us from this son of a bitch. Walking Ballista.
I thought Ancient Stirring was banned.
No. Okay, Ballista on 1. I will do nothing.
Oh, well, they finally gave him a full body.
So this is what I was talking about. I didn't want to commit the Hexcatcher because then it would just die right now. Maybe that's not even bad. My opponent's like close to dead anyway.
It's only got 1 counter on it.
Yeah, but still.
It's only got 1 bullet in the chamber.
Okay, so we can go Lord. Oh, they didn't even do anything. Are they almost dead? Probably. Or could I have attacked with this? No, doesn't matter. I guess. Put this thing on here.
It's an extra 3 points of damage.
Maybe cancel, hold on. Maybe I need to Trickster this Ballista in some line. Like, if they top deck Ravager, I can Trickster this in response. Yeah, let's just take a safe line. Because also they could also Ravager, I don't know, dump everything on an Ink Moth or something. How good do you think Ninjas are in Legacy. Well, it's a deck. It's a deck that exists, if that means anything to you. Okay, they conceded.
Ha.
It's always nice to win the first one. I don't bring Chalice in because most of the deck is 2 drops. Harbinger is awkward. Okay, Subtlety 100%. Silvergill, not very valuable in this matchup. Spreading Sea is very valuable. You need Island Walk. You need to shut down Urza's. All the lands. Ink Moth and Urza Saga. Force and Negation, not in love with this card. Dismember, good enough. You need to blow up Ink Moths and Ballistas. Actually, Mistcaller sucks. Mistcaller, useless.
Terrible.
Open 2 cards. I guess I could bring in Harbinger to like bounce a big Ink Moth. Not in love with Harbinger. I mean, Harbinger maybe is okay. Maybe Harbinger's better than I think it is. I can't remember. I haven't played against this deck in such a long time. I don't remember what the tech is. You have a pet magic card? No. I play only good magic cards. Oh, maybe Mana Drain and Commander. Because at a competitive point of view, that doesn't seem to be apparent. Apparently, that's not even a good card. I think Force on the Ozolith is important. You know what? Like, I can't prevent all those cards. Okay, I'll keep this. Hand's a bit weak, but
Go to 5.
it's got a lot of good things. I just need one more Lord, and I think it's good. I can't beat all those Ozolith cards, to be honest. If it happens, it happens. I have to deal with the creatures. There's a Zabez, apparently. Zabez.
It's Zybers.
Yeah, sort of. Alright, we got an Ether Vial, which is not what I want at all. Triggered ability would put 1 or more counters on a creature you control. Oh, I'm supposed to kill that thing! It's like a killable...
Hardened Scales.
Oh, another Hardened Scales. We have Hardened Scales all over the place. Hardened Scales all over... everywhere. Don't even know what to do anymore. They're taking damage. I'm gaining life. What the hell is this deck anyway? Spreading Seas. They're so... Okay, I have to read the whole thing now. Okay, tap. Okay, green 0, tap. Put a counter on target artifact or creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery and you can cycle this. Oh, so it's like super Hardened Scales. If 1 or more counters would be put on an artifact or creature you control. Maybe I should bring in... Well, I don't know. This game is playing out weird, but like Chalice on 2 is pretty reasonable. Am I attacking with Mutavault next turn? Maybe. Yeah, probably not. No, I gotta wait. Gotta wait for something better to Spreading Seas. I'm probably gonna kill this Zabaz though. This Oh, is this really the... This is like... Oh, this is the Ozolith! A new Ozolith in a new age. Yeah, Chalice on 2 hits a lot of... Or they traditionally hit a lot of this deck. Regenerate this. Wow, I would hate playing against you. How long do you take to do anything? Oh, they're wasting their... Okay, well, this is not going to be a clean 5-0. They're about to learn that... That doesn't... Regeneration does nothing versus -5/-5 effects. And I guess... What am I going to do?
He activated a Summoning Sickness.
Seas? Spreading Seas? I could play Spreading Seas or Tide Shaper. Tide Shaper is a clean thing to do right now. I don't think there's any removal. Just in case there's removal, I better Spreading Seas.
Ha!
And pass. And then try to maybe Tide Shaper this Horizon land. We got the backup. That's why we side. That's why I have like the Spreading Seas is in the deck, period. Another Zabaz. Okay. Ooh, it's gonna get big. It's a fat Zabaz. Maybe I don't even hit the Saga. Can I just can I just race them? They have no cards in hand. They have nothing. This is a rare moment where maybe I ignore the Urza Saga, because I have, like, kill next turn. I just have to hope my opponent doesn't top deck Walking Ballista or something stupid.
She's got lowers for days.
I could also attack into the Zab. Oh, no, I can't attack into the Zabez now. Now the welding jar works. What list are you on today? You can see in the description.
Just lower them out.
I'm pretty sure this is a kill, right? I can play Lord, attack for 4, put them in the 13. They're dead next turn. I can hit the card draw here. I just have to hope that they brick. Because otherwise, like, if I hit the Urza Saga and they just play any random creatures, they get big really quickly. So we're going to go for it. Maximize damage. Hopefully that plays around a big Walking Ballista. We could play a Walking Ballista. How would that work, actually? Walking Ballista. They just have to kill this. So if they play Walking Ballista, they can't use this. So it just become like a 3/3 Walking Ballista. And it does nothing. Alright, fine.
There you go.
5-0! Our opponent helped us, though. Our opponent helped us win that last one. So thank you very much to our opponent for helping us win that last game. Deck's good. I don't know. I have nothing to say. Things went our way. Silvergill Adept. Did Silvergill Adept help us? I think Silvergill Adept helped. It was nice to see Silvergill Adept again in Modern. I'm not gonna lie, I missed you, little. And you're like one of my favorite foils, because this card looks so good in foil.
It's your pet card.
Yeah, this is my pet card. Yeah, opponent didn't have a very good Scales hand game 1. Oh, they also just blundered constantly between, like, sacking their stuff. Yeah, both hands were pretty bad. And I was able to interact with both of them. Silvergill Adept. Yeah. Are you guys happy now that I gave Silvergill the, like, seal of approval? So I don't know where it belongs. I guess they belong, 4 copies belong in the 75. I'm just gonna split them for now. And then bring them in when I think they're good. Take it out when I think it's bad. And that's about it. Alright, so I hope you like that 5-0. Hopefully it gets published. May or may not. I'm 5-0 all over the place. How many trophies do I have here? Collecting trophies like I find change on the street. But I don't, which I don't pick up. I find it, but I don't pick it up.
I would.
Yeah, put some respect on the... Yeah, I'm putting a little bit more respect on the Silvergill. Alright, I hope you enjoy. Everyone enjoyed the stream. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I should have sideboard guides for these decks. So support the channel. Link your Discord. So you can become a patron on Patreon. Be a member on YouTube. Support me on Twitch. And link your Discord, and you get access to all the sideboard guides. Alright, thank you very much, everyone. Take care, and I will see you guys all next time.